Today we are going to study what happens to the demand of competitors due to the change in the rival products. Clear? Or when the goods are complements to each other, so they have their cross relationships with each other. For example, substitutes. I gave you the example of substitutes. What is the substitute items? These are the goods which are consumed instead of each other. These are the goods. These are the goods which are consumed instead of each other. Instead of each other. For example, coffee and tea. For example, coffee and tea. Or you can also take the example of Coke and Pepsi. Alright? So at one time consumers are going to consume one of them, not both of them simultaneously. Do you think they have the cross relationship with each other? For example, when price of coffee increases, what happens to the demand of tea? That will increase. Consumers will switch over to consuming more tea rather than to have high priced coffee. Okay? Now Coke and Pepsi, they are also the competitors to each other. When Coke becomes expensive, people will switch over to Pepsi. So these are the substitutes. So I am taking the example of coffee and tea. This is the coffee's demand. Coffee demand over here. This is what the coffee demand. And this is the demand of tea. Tea demand. Here I am taking this thing. Okay, when price of coffee increases, at this price of you can say $2, there are 500 units of coffee are demanded by the consumers in a market. So when price goes to, it is doubled now, $4. So price of coffee has increased, therefore we have 300 units of coffee consumed by the consumers. There is going to be movement along the curve because this price is increasing. So price of tea hasn't changed. It is still $2. Clear? So these 200 units of coffee, they will be added to the demand of tea. Now you can see over here, demand of tea has increased. Here 200 units of previously consumed. Now there are 400 units of coffee which are demanded at the same price. So we say price of coffee has increased and it caused the increase in demand of tea. Both are moving in same direction. Clear or not? So when price of coffee falls, what happens to the demand of tea? When price of coffee falls, people will decrease demand of tea. Okay? So when this cross relationship is positive between the two goods, we say these goods are substitutes to each other. The two goods which are in study, they will be the substitutes if their relationship between the price of one good and demand of other, that is positive. Like price of coffee is increasing, so demand of tea will increase. When price of coffee falls, demand of tea will also fall. Can we find the same relationship between Coke and Pepsi? Yes? When Coke becomes expensive, people will switch over to Pepsi. Can we find the same relationship between iPhone and Samsung phone? iPhone is becoming expensive. So what happens? People are buying more Android phones. Clear? So when goods are competitors to each other, they are substitutes to each other. So there is a cross relationship. Price of one good which is changed, which is causing a change in demand of the other goods. Clear? Now come towards the complementary goods. What are the complements? How can we define the complements?
They are used together and demand.
Yes.
Demand
They are
increase other.
They are used together or they are consumed together. Complements they are consumed together, used or consumed together, used or consumed together. Alright? What is the example of this thing? Fuel and car. Fuel and car. If price of fuel is increasing, what is happening to the demand of cars? That will shift downward. People will think that now its maintenance cost has increased, its fueling cost has increased, so they will be demanding less number of cars. So can I write over here, this is what? This is the demand of fuel demand. So its price is increasing. Now its price previously it was rupees 150 per liter. Now it is 230 rupees per liter. Am I right? This is right now today's prices maybe. So it's happening that people are demanding less fuel. And why are they demanding less fuel? Because they have to demand less cars as well. To demand of cars, this is the car demand. So when fuel is becoming expensive, although car price hasn't changed, previously 1,000 cars were sold in 1 month. So nowadays there are going to be 400 cars which are sold. Clear? Anush? What is happening? Price of fuel that increases and demand of cars decreases. Clear? So here, in case of complementary goods, the price of one good and demand of other, they are moving in opposite direction. They are moving in opposite direction. They are not going to have the same change in price and demand of others. So here we find that when goods are complementary to each other, so what is going to happen? If price of one thing is increasing, the demand of other will decrease. And if price of fuel decreases, people will demand more cars. Same relationship can be found between printer and its pages, sugar and milk. So many things which are jointly consumed, they have this relationship. Okay? Now I move towards the demand equation. That's all about substitutes and complements. I left them yesterday, and today my topic is to be completed by explaining you demand equation. Now see, what is the demand equation basically? Quantity demand is the function of price of the product itself. Okay, I have to write many other things. Quantity demand can be the function of price of the product. For example, this is the demand of apples, this is price of apples. Clear? It also depends upon price of bananas. Another fruit item, when banana becomes low price, demand of apples will decrease. Clear? And it also depends upon income. Why it denotes income of the consumers. And it also depends upon taxes, whether kept constant. And what type of function this is? Inverse function, negative function. Can you write this equation a minus b? First of all, you have to understand what does it mean. Quantity is negatively related with price. Demand में क्या होता है? In case of demand, we have inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Alright? So what are these A and B? These are the equation parameters. For example, I write over here A's value is 200 and B's value is 1 by 2p. What do you mean by this 200? Can you tell me guys?
What are you saying?
What is the meaning of this AR 200? At zero price, how many units are demanded? If we keep price zero, if price is zero, how many units will be demanded by the consumers? These are 200s. Okay? This is 200 value, this is A. Clear? Now what is this B? I have to explain to you what is meant by this B. Now I am taking some values for you people, price and quantity. Okay, at what price demand will be zero? If price is 400 over here, if price is 400, if price is 400, so what will be the quantity demanded? 200 minus 1 by 2 into 400. But this is now 0 is demanded. This is the 400 point. If we join these 2 points, what is happening? We get a demand curve. Clear? Straight line, linear demand curve. Its slope is constant. What is its slope?
Negative slope.
Negative slope. What is the value of its slope? Can you write in this way? Change in price due to change in quantity. So what is change? What is this value? Change in price over change in quantity. It is negative slope 400 over 200. So its answer is minus 2. Minus 2 means what? If price decreases by 1 unit, demand will decrease by its half. Okay, you can see if price increases by, if quantity increases by 1 unit, price will decrease by 2 units. This is the main meaning. What does it mean? If quantity increases by 1 unit, the price has to decrease by 2 units. This is the meaning of the rate of change of this demand curve. Now, I have written over here half. Look here, when price is 100, how much is quantity demanded? 200 minus 1 by 2 into 200. This is 150. And when price is 200, how many units will be demanded? This is now 100. We are attentive. But how many units price has changed? 100 and quantity has changed by 50. By half of the price. Price has increased by 100 rupees, but quantity has decreased by 50, and 50 is the half of 100. So this is inverse of slope. Slope is minus 2, but here we have written minus 1 over 2. So it is inverse of slope. If we write like this, change in quantity over change in price, it will be minus 1 by 2. What does it mean? If price increases by 1 unit, demand will decrease by half. समझ में आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा? तो ये डिमांड इक्वेशन क्या शो कर रही है कि राइट नाउ अगर आपके पास ए की वैल्यू चेंज हो जाती तो क्या होगा? Demand will shift rightward. For example, I write 300 minus 1 by 2 over p. So now 300 is lying on the right of this 200. So demand will shift rightward. And if the value of b is changing, there will be change in slope, whether demand will become steeper or flatter. Clear or not? When slope increases, it becomes steeper, and when slope decreases, it becomes flatter. So when value of b is changing, it will become either steeper demand or flatter demand, and when value of a is changing, demand will shift up or down without changing slope. Equation समझ में आई? ये एग्जाम में आई है किसी बनेगा, ठीक है जी, काफी मजा आया, ठीक है, हमें थोड़ा